Yeah, let's face it. Do Democrats work for everybody, or Republicans actually the only people that represent anybody really in America as far as the country and as far as our well-being as a nation, who really would put America first before their liberal, mind you, agendas or political um, things that they want to do, their ideological motivations that throw people underneath the bus, who actually puts an agenda or whatever their political philosophy before human being existence, actually. Um, I don't think that that's the Republicans, so I'm not here to bash them. I'm here to tell the Democrats that they are no longer going to be allowed to use the word liberal. We're taking the word liberal from you because you do not mean well. You don't represent people. Even the people that still support you are not represented at all, like the way that they maybe think that they are. But their rights and stuff being taken away from them and having laws isn't going to make them safer. Okay, it's going to make them more of a sitting duck by the government or whoever else would like to bully them and manipulate them. And it only look at the gun laws that they have and the more restricted areas with gun control, safety, or whatever they want to call that crap, instead of putting people through arms training or gun courses. They make more gun control laws. You look at like Chicago, it has the worst ratings for people being murdered. Um, so it doesn't take the guns out of the criminals' hands. It just gives the government what they think is more power by making us more unsafe. But still, liberal, they've trashed, the Democrats have trashed the word liberal into the ground so much that it is a almost a vile and disgusting um, way that you could think of what liberal means is a nasty, evil little piece of garbage. Okay, so I'm taking the word liberal from Democrats. They're gonna have to work without that word anymore because they've simply trashed the word down to beat the word liberal down so bad that I'm taking it for the word and the meaning to protect that, protect it from these evil people. So I'm going to put it with conservative, liberal conservative. Meaning, how do you figure you can't be a liberal and a conservative? So I just figure that you can still do all your liberal things if you really mean what you say and you care to do the right things for people that need them, that are truly suffering and are in a bad place, then you do not have to be overpowering or bully or push with more government. So to get your liberal agendas done, as long as you really mean well with them. So, in a sense, you can still be conservative. In that sense, I think that you can do these things without ripping taxpayers off and raising taxes up to high heaven, which is the only move that the Democrats are even going to be able to move forward with in 2016 or from in the future or anytime at all from here on out is raising taxes more. And they're going to convince uh, straight up dumbasses out here that that's the right thing to do and that we need to tax ourselves even more. Well, I really hope that however the votes go in all these different crucial ways in elections or whatever um, goes in our favor. But if you want to make a say change the Constitution and take guns away from people or our freedom of speech away, you got to remember that the First and Second Amendment say that those are laws that shall not ever change, shall not ever be taken away or infringed upon. Those rights shall always remain and shall always be intact and stay the same. Our forefathers saw that into the future and looked into deep into our government, and from the positions that they came from as people that would have been butchered if they would have lost the revolution. So looking at people like they were in the positions that they were in, that's why they made the law. So our own people here are backstabbers. They're trying to put us all in the same position that other Americans were in, and a slight few Americans conquered and won the day and defeated the English. We defeated them then, and we'll defeat you now. So all I'm saying is maybe I'm gonna try and slow down and calling them libtards too, because I'm taking the word liberal away from them because of the definition in it, and they're ruining it, and they're lying. They're using it as a front. So I'm taking that and I'm going with the liberal conservative.